What is up, everybody? Part 2 to the Magnum restoration. Mrs. G is sanding all the red pieces. Look how grubby Mrs. G is. She was laying under the tractor inside the rim on the floor, taping that off. She kept saying, I don't know if I can get in there. And I said, you know how many times I've had to get in there on a Magnum?
It was not easy.
If I can get in there, you can get in there. She's getting everything sanded up so we can spray it with primer. She does really good work. She doesn't like using the DA much. She does it by hand.
Well, then I can work on all the little spots easier.
Yeah. She says she likes sanding.
It's peaceful.
Yeah. I do not like sanding, so.
And taping. I like taping.
Yeah, she loves masking stuff off. She already painted the black on these. Got a crack right there I gotta fix, and a crack right there I gotta fix. The hood's still sitting outside, but she got the silver on the rims on the rear. The paint looks perfect, so we're not touching that, but all that black, the center and the hub, she did a great job of taping off in between all the lugs, and she's got it all scuffed up. Just about ready to prime it. And I've come quite a ways on the rest of the tractor since last week. Pretty much got the motor, everything bolted on it. It's got the injection pump on it, and all the injectors are in it. I'm just getting ready to put the dry housing on, and the flywheel and the torque disc. But I got the front axle all rebuilt, new pin and bushings, all the new tie rods are on, the front rims and tires back on. I rebuilt the bearings in this fan hub. I don't know what all else, but she's getting there. I just changed the O-rings on that tube right there. That's a new coupler. Got a new solenoid. I'm gonna change that out. We'll probably bring you back tomorrow, don't you think, Mrs. G?
Yep.
It's Saturday afternoon.
It's date night.
It's date night. Where are we going tonight?
Mexican joint.
Mexican.
Get our margaritas.
Some margaritas. So. All right, we'll bring you back tomorrow. All right. It's the next day here. Mrs. G just finished priming the hubs on both sides. She finished sanding all this stuff and then started going over it all with like spot putty anywhere that needed to have like little spots filled up, and then it'll get sprayed with a couple coats of 2K urethane primer, and then we'll block sand it. But it should look nice, real nice. And then this is where this side panel was cracked. I ground it out and filled it with the 3M 2-part epoxy stuff, and got ratchet strap clamping it together. I used this. This is what I had. Stuff works good. But I'm about to put the front main seal in, And anybody that's done that on a Cummins, a 5983, whatever, knows that it is a freaking pain in the ass to get it in there, in the cover square, and not screw it up. So I'm going to try something different. I had to take this cover off. I think I said it in the first video, because when it came from Case, they had RTV'd the front cover on, but it didn't come with the pump drive gear. So I had to take all that. It took me forever to clean all that gasket glue off, clean all the bolt holes out again. And there's no way I was going to try to put the front cover back on. You know, even though the seal was new, I guarantee it would have lipped over or got screwed up, because this plastic thing here is what helps when you slide the front cover on. This sleeve helps it slide up over the crank. So I got a new seal. The way I'm going to try it this time, I took a knife and just cut the old seal. That'll go on top of there. And then I'm going to do something like that. And then underneath the cover, I'll have something like that. And then a bolt through it. And I'm hoping I can pull it in square that way. But I'll set you guys up and we can see if it's a fail or a victory. You know, I'll put some of this stuff around the outside of the seal too. And then this is what I'll use for the cover. All right, that worked pretty good. So this is the old seal, so the new one's in flush. I just used a big axle socket and a long bolt, and just slowly drew it in there. But you want to make sure, I still got to take it off and make sure it's sitting square. You got to make sure it's not tilted. These things are a pain. You'll think you're getting it, and all of a sudden it'll cock and pop out of there. I've had to give myself many timeouts putting these things in before. But I've got a wireless mic. Hopefully I can, you guys can hear me better now. A lot of the videos I noticed that it was pretty quiet. So I'll finish this up here. I'll set you up and show you whenever you push the cover on how that plastic thing works. Okay, hopefully you can see. It's got all the sealant on there. When you're using this Loctite purple nurple, gotta make sure everything's really clean. I used electrical cleaner on the cover and the engine first. Try to get this on without wearing all of it. See how that allowed it to slide up on over the wear sleeve? Otherwise, it ends up, this seal, it's almost like a thick cardboard. it'll trash it otherwise if you don't have that. Get all the bolts started. Hopefully the next video, this thing will be all back in there and rolled together. I'm just going to barely burn these up. This little seal protector thing, or whatever you want to call it, that slides on there. It's probably just to keep like dirt out of there. Then I have a new harmonic balancer or dampener. Once I torque all these, I can throw that on. $27 Newton meters. I'm not going to bore you guys with torquing all of that, but hopefully on the next video, like I said, I'll have the engine, I'll video it, throw the engine in and roll it back together. And hopefully we have some of, if not all, of the red pieces sprayed with it, at least sprayed with the urethane primer and whatnot. I'm waiting on the engine wiring harness. I sent it out to a local company that redoes the entire harness, and they're way cheaper than Case IH, but they're a little slow. So I'm hoping that they get it done here soon. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.